YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, and Facebook. It is I, the mega famous DJ Winza. And today we are doing yet another Dungeons & Dragons game. However, you may have noticed a title change. Because you see, something happened this Thursday. Something that has made me kind of sad.
As me. There's reasons.
Well, you got a fucking flaming sword out of the deal.
And a companion.
Yeah. But,
I'm higher than the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
That's only because you got, like, that experience boost one.
Yeah, so our DM had the big mistake of... Hey, Gerald Shoehorn. Oh, God.
Hey,
it's
Gerald.
cutting out. Anyway.
Sorry.
My barbarian only picked 2 cards. One of them was... What was it? The Reaper?
Yeah, the Reaper.
So I basically had to beat the tar out of something that was vastly underpowered compared to my character. I was level 8, and I just annihilated the thing. It would only have taken me 3 rounds. So we just did it while everyone else was handling their extra cards. And my second one was the Talons, which... Hey, what project are you working on? Well, let me get back to the story. Dragon Ball Z is no more.
It got dusted.
It said, "I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark," and just disappeared in my hand. So did a fucking bag of holding that was on my hip. Thankfully, all I had in it was money, so the money just went all over the floor.
You had a couple of weapons in there, but they were just regular weapons. So
Yeah, they were completely mundane.
Yeah. So they just fell to the floor, too.
Yeah. And maybe a couple of pair of pants.
Yeah.
I do not know why you're able to understand my English when you cannot translate. It's fine.
Well, at least
That
he's
is
able,
cool.
Well, either way, at least he understands you, so that's
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
So, to explain why the title is not Dragon Ball Z, it's because Dragon Ball Z is gone. So now, so now I'm sporting Marcus's character's two-handed sword, which, way back at the same time I got Dragon Ball Z, he had his two-handed sword upgraded with the same kind of parts. It doesn't do extra damage to dragons like mine did, but he gets, an easier hit, and it glows when there's dragons around. Which he almost always conveniently forgets about, but so do the rest of us. So I was like, "Did you name it?" And you were like, waiting for you to answer.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was zoned out. Sorry.
He did that. He wasn't paying attention, and I'm like, "Can I name it?"
Well, I mean, you obviously come up with better names than I do anyway, so yeah.
So, his character is named Zomath Crestcleaver.
Oh,
So I sat there for like 10 minutes, and I'm like,
You were talking about that. I actually thought you were talking about like
Zomath's! Zomath's Crestcleaver! So, now, for until I get that fucking hammer back, we're gonna call this Zomath's Crestcleaver after the weapon. I stream on Facebook since about 3 weeks ago, because that's when they activated it automatically for free on Restream, which is fucking awesome. But anyway,
Also, Hector's in chat.
Yeah, I know. I said hi.
Oh, well, he said that... Well, he just texted me, he said, can you point out to Brian I'm in chat? But from the signs of it, you already said something, so...
Yeah, I did say hi. Okay. If you didn't hear it, I apologize. But there. You became the center of attention for a moment. Don't worry. No one else is watching, so it's fine. But anyway.
Oh, my bad. I gotta start watching.
Well, if you want to keep up on chat, then yeah, definitely watch wherever you want to watch.
Too.
Also, hi, Moose, and stuff, and friends, and...
Just make sure you mute if you are watching, because...
Yes, I know.
Oh, yeah.
And the face will be very, very off compared to what you're hearing.
Oh, I know. I've watched at the same time. Like, there are certain points where you can tell in your voice that you're doing some sort of animatedness. So I instinctively go to watch the video to see what I looked like. And I'm like, I can't tell what it is that he was doing when he was talking by just looking.
Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha!
Thumb that up. Share.
Is there a sink issue? Like the kitchen sink? I'm kidding. I'm not. There is no desync issue. I was just fucking with you guys. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna get into the game now. If you guys want to respond to chat while we're playing, by all means. I recommend you do it through the chat so we don't disrupt the game. And
well, that's why I usually do it some of the time, because I know everyone else is talking, so I figured at least typing would be a little faster and they could hear me. Or
yes.
See what yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, and honestly, typing to reply in chat is faster, because by the time they hear your response, chat may have moved. So, anyhow, let's get on with the show. So, I don't know any of your characters' names. So let's get to that real quick.
I'll go last.
I'll go first then. My dwarven fighter is Grognar.
Grognar.
Yep, that's pretty much exactly how it sounds. Grog and Nar. Well, no,
right.
But you know what I mean.
All right, Scorpio, your character's... Oh, and do you want to describe the way the character looks just for shits and giggles?
Yes, my character is a warforged bard. His name is Bard.
This Bard.
He was built to be a bard, so that is his.
Well, I guess it's an appropriate name then.
That is his life.
Yeah, that's sort of like the druid I named Rectangle, and the gladiator style warforged I named Rhombus. Of course, I named him Rhombus just to piss off John.
And well, he's instrument of choice.
Waffle iron.
You know the there's an instrument. It's like a cross between a guitar and a keyboard.
A keytar.
Well, he's got one of those, but it's a cross between a lute and a pipe organ.
Oh God. You know, that works considering the setting I'm going to be using. All right, and go ahead.
As far as appearance goes, he's yeah, he's basically just looks like a warforged, except he's got sweet sunglasses on.
Okay then.
All right, and since John still wanted to go last, I'm gonna let him go last. Marcus, how does Grognar look?
See, you gotta give me a second to think of what I had thought up for him.
Just make shit up if you want.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just like, green antennae, weird, like, purple
No,
things here and
not
there.
like that. No, that
His
I don't want to know about his penis.
Actually, I was gonna try and describe him to make him look like essentially a midget Piccolo, but let's see. Let me see here. Pretty much just like how like most doors would probably look. You know, it's small, stoutly, bit roughed up, big. You know, as any beard like any dwarf would have. And albeit maybe like a scar here and there, just from past fights and other stuff. So.
Like when he had a circumcision. Go on.
That.
Oh no, that's completely fine. No scar at all.
As a little side note, I also have him as a gray dwarf, and his background is City Watch.
Gray. So you are a former Durgar then.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, sure.
Durgar are fine. So at level 7, I believe you have the ability to enlarge and shrink yourself, being a gray dwarf.
Interesting. Did not.
Yeah, look at your abilities.
Guy, so I was just like,
look at your abilities.
Really
it's ridiculous. You get big sometime in morning. But anyhow. And Muscal, really quick, I'm going to give you a haiku that you can put in a children's book. Haiku can be fun, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator.
Monkeys.
No, the reason why it's refrigerator is because it's 5 syllables. And the way haiku work is it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why that one works.
Okay, so I think I'm ready.
All right. That gave you time to write shit down.
I am a Warforged Juggernaut subrace, so I'm big and beefy and
Big Papa.
Kind of think like Big Daddy from BioShock kind of build.
Ooh, I like that.
Sounds cool.
Sorry.
And
that just sounded creepy now.
And my name's Griff.
All right.
And
that's not very Warforged. But go on.
I was named by a previous master.
Gotcha.
And I liked it, so I kept it. And I put a ring on it.
You got a name and you liked it.
For me, mentally, part of me was just like, there could have been a good, Gryffindor
your dick moves
Endor
like
sort
a
of
chapstick.
Think about it, could have been Griff and Endor being his last name or something. But whatever.
Although I am quite large, I am very minimally armored.
Because it's built into you.
Well, no, I meant even then, it's very minimal, like the equivalent of light armor.
You know, I would have gone skirmisher if you were going to make a rogue.
But see, therein lies the genius. No one is going to expect this giant hunk of metal to be a rogue.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, so here is the setting. And why I believe, without even really going for it, or, going for this kind of thing, you guys have characters that fit very well. You are on a spell-jamming vessel.
Spell-jamming.
It is being flown by, and I have to pull this out because the picture really does it justice, by a very large hippopotamus person known as a GIF. It's pronounced GIF, not GIF.
Oh. What the hell? That looks like a mechanical bear.
No.
It's a hip hop anonymous.
Yes.
Anonymous? Well, whatever.
Yeah.
If it's that, then
Thank goodness he's not a rhinoceros. Anyway.
God.
Man, you give him all the easy ones.
Anyway. Orange. Fuck you.
Banana.
So, you have been traveling with this gift for some time. And he's trying to get to the rest of his squad. And he figures, hey, if I'm able to get to where I need to go, I will leave you my spelljamming ship, which I commandeered on the planet where we met. But I didn't steal it. You can take it back with you. Or keep it. I cannot, as long as you keep me safe with the information that I need to bring back to my army.
Alright. We'll see what we can do.
Do either of you Warforged have anything to say?
I like big ship. I say keep.
Just, mechanically lifts a thumb.
So I imagine your body posture with Bard is kind of like, either Cheech Marin or Tommy Chong. Just like... And so during this time, you've basically been told all sorts of different things about the GIF and how much pride they put into being good soldiers and being able to transfer information via these spelljamming ships. And how there are some things out in the phlogiston, which is the actual term for space in the D&D universe.
Huh, neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an actual substance, too, and it's caustic, which is weird. But again, no air. So, you get caught out there, you're fucked. But,
I will be all set.
Yeah.
So
Two of
Mr.
you will.
Bodyguard over here.
But, yeah. So, you're traveling along, and who has what for their passive perceptions?
Give me a second.
Oh, I believe mine changed.
Yeah, say what your
Passive.
character's name is, followed by your passive perception.
So that's the thing that says passive wisdom, right?
Yeah, it says passive
wisdom.
wisdom for some fucking reason on the random thing.
Bard's passive wisdom with perception in brackets underneath is 11.
Thank you. Grognar's, if you're using the phone app, it'll just look at your perception in the phone app and just add 10 to it.
Okay, give me a second. So, perception. My passive perception is 11.
Okay. And Griff.
That'd be a 18.
Damn! Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
What perception you got there?
that's what? Observant?
No expertise with a 14
How do you have-
wisdom.
Oh, okay.
So I have a +8 to my perception to begin
Wow. Jesus Christ, man. Between your dex and your other character and this, good God.
Well, I'm not even going to roll or have you roll, because you are able to just look out through the windows. You actually see something strangely shaped like a long-necked spider.
What blue blazers is that we're looking for?
You
simply-
don't notice.
Oh, I don't.
I-
Oh, never.
I simply raise an arm and point.
And as he does, this long-necked spider thing, boom, bounces off of the window and back out into space.
Whoa. What happened?
Poor little buggy.
And
Well, that was odd.
yeah,
Odd indeed.
Mm-hmm.
and you're starting to hear something. It sounds like the helm that you're being flown with, only louder. And
I assume everyone hears this.
Griff at first,
Oh,
because
okay.
you notice it's behind you. The rest of you notice as it's starting to cascade throughout the entire place.
Oh.
So what are you going to do?
For now, Grognar is just amazed at what's going on. But I guess Grognar will, I guess, start to head to like whatever the nearest door is if he's inside, and like go out inside and examine.
Going outside would mean
Oh, certain death.
you would not be able to breathe.
Oh, because like oh, that's right. Because you said things
We're
like
in space, yeah.
right. Sorry, there's something else that was like momentarily in my peripheral. I got momentarily distracted now and I heard something about space. So I'm sorry. So never mind. Forget that. Let's
Space.
Pigs in space.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
So in that case, Ragnar just goes to one of the windows and just watches in amazement of the spectacle that's going on outside.
And it's not a good sound, because you're starting to hear things go flying on the outside of the ship, go past you. And then boom! I need all of you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, hold on.
Deceiving through.
Is that all?
Save.
Is that all?
Yes.
Nat 20.
Yeah, that's a D20
Damn.
plus
What a day, what a
5.
way to start the night off.
A
Bro.
4.
12.
You bastard.
I got a 7 plus 5.
The dwarf who weighs the least of all
Oh, yeah.
people on the ship is kind of tossed down. Kind of lands on his butt on the floor. Watch out! We're currently under attack.
Squishy fell down.
He pulls the GIF pulls like this lever, and Grognar, from your vantage point, which is now right up facing him, facing the GIF, you notice his eyes kind of go white for a moment, and then he moves the handle back forward. We've gotten Yogi. And he turns a little bit. twists the handle in his left hand, and you notice, like, handles appear, pair on each side of the wall, and one right directly in the back. Man the guns!
Alright. I'll have Grognar goes to one of the ones in the front, since he's close to the front, so...
They're on the side, and they're on...
The side.
Yeah, they're near the back.
Oh. Then, in that case, I'll go to the one that's, like, on the back and, like, on the left. Because I'm imagining Grognar kind of being on, like, the left side of the ship, so, like, he'll, like, hit with the one on the left.
Perfect.
Would I even fit on one of the in one of the gunning stations?
They're just handles that are coming out of the wall.
Oh, well, in that case, I go grab a handle.
Bard?
Okay. Was momentarily distracted, so are we doing a thing now? We're being attacked. Bard is going to see if he can get more information about what's going on from our hippo friend.
I need you at the guns!
Grab handle. Shoot
Okay.
ships.
I will go and I will get on a gun.
Alright. Now, as you guys touch these handles, all of a sudden, you can see, like... Have you ever played a game that goes from, like, third person to, like, first person for, like, some kind of shooting section?
Yes, and I kind of love those sections for some reason.
Well, this is a first person that goes to a separate first person. So your perception is moved out to this gun. And if someone were to be looking at you, it'd be like when you, Grognar, were looking at the GIF as he was pulling that one handle back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the magic works the same on the Warforged, it's just you guys don't have eyes to turn white. Your eyes end up just turning out, because your eyes normally have a light.
So
And...
I look like I'm in standby mode.
Yes. Except for the minor light in your mouth.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Alright, so... What all three of you see is this gigantic... thing that looks like... kind of a really squat-legged spider with a long, straight neck, all made of metal.
Big spider.
So essentially like the mech spider from FF8, even though I get a feeling Winza's probably not going to know that, but...
No, I do know which one you're talking about. Not exactly. More spider-shaped, less mech-shaped.
Oh, so more spidery version. Okay, gotcha.
And another weird thing that you know isn't possible on the ship you're on, but you see this. You see these creatures that I'm about to show you crawling all over the outside of this ship.
I think they'll catch up on me, so hold on.
Wait, hold on.
A second.
There we go. Those.
Not fully in focus, but dear God, when I can't see, those things are ugly as shit. Good God.
And they are crawling all over this thing.
God, why do places like these always have to have like weird amalgamation things? Jesus. I mean, good Lord. I thought those things only exist in stories.
And you see a couple of them have crossbow in their forelimbs.
That ain't a spider, that's Brian's ex.
No, they're prettier than my ex-wife. Anyway. I'll just have a mouthful of nuts. Give me a moment.
Okay, nutty professor.
I could try to keep them in one cheek like a hamster. Or a giant, or a miniature giant space hamster.
Okay.
Only Baldur's Gate fans will understand. Anyway. Blue Diamond, hashtag not a sponsor, hashtag could be a sponsor. There we go. They're good, they're gone. They were delicious. I wasn't able to have dinner because Cassie's not here and I don't like to have like a whole dinner without her. Anyway. So, you hear from the GIF that's in the pilot's seat. It's better to take on the ones that are outside first. Otherwise, they will be a boarding party that we do not want to deal with right now.
Well, I kind of figured that.
So, we are now rolling initiative.
Alrighty.
Plus 4. And that comes out as 13. 9 plus 4.
13? Alright.
Hey, me too.
Yes.
Alright, you guys have to decide who goes first.
Oh, please,
Just
maybe
decide
first.
at first, because that's how it's done. One of you is like, oh, hey, you go first. No, you go first. Just be like, paper, rock, scissors, go! Or whatever.
I'm
Roll.
good you go first.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say roll a.
Okay, there we go.
20.
And
First.
Grognar, what did you roll?
I got a total of 10.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so that's Griff, Bard, Grognar, and Neogis. Oh, Neogi.
Yeah, it was a bad impression, I know.
Shit.
Well, actually, now that you mentioned shit,
Alright, so who here has the highest intelligence?
mine is 13.
Mine is
Griff, no
10.
smart.
Okay,
Okay,
so the
I'm-
dwarf. You know, because of your intelligence, there's probably more of them inside that are ready to come out.
Oh boy, I think we might have a few more of these bosses that then we probably want to deal with, but yeah.
Alright,
Watch
so
your shoot.
Yep. Pretty much.
Griff, you can see the right-hand side of this ship,
Okay.
and you see 3 Neogi from your vantage point.
All right.
You have the same number of attacks as you would normally, so but this will be your proficiency and dex.
Okay. So, same bonus as my short bow.
Yes.
Well, then I will shoot at the first one I notice.
All right.
I assume I don't get my anything to do with sneak attack or anything like that.
They have not acted yet.
So is that a yes?
You need to roll. Do you have anything that has to do with things that haven't acted yet?
No, I'm not. I didn't take the assassin. I went
Okay.
thief.
Then you're good.
Okay, so just roll base.
Yep.
I miss.
What did you get? I actually need to know.
Natural 1.
Ah. So,
I miss.
this is your first time operating one of these, and you try to get a good shot on something to try to tag it and have its body go flying off. Instead, you just kind of have this, what looks like a weird, like, glowing ballista bolt, like, fly right over its head. And you can't really hide because no one can see exactly where you are anyway, so don't worry about that. Bard.
Yes.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I am going to take a shot at the nearest one that I can see. What would I roll for this again?
D20 plus your dex bonus plus your proficiency.
It's my dexterity bonus, which is +2, and my proficiency bonus is +3, so that'd be +5.
Correct, sir.
Yep.
D20 +5, I get 24.
Oh, good God. Alright, so these are not your standard ordinary crossbow bolts. These are not your standard ordinary arrows from a bow. I need you to roll 2d12.
Whoa!
2d12. Are they plus anything?
I'll tell you when I get the number.
2d12. 23.
Wait, what? Damn!
Wow.
An 11 and a 12. Holy
Damn,
shit.
Scorpio.
Add 10. So that's 33. Which is exactly what you needed for the one you were aiming at. Now, by the way, which one were you on? The left one, the center one? I think you were on the center.
I just grabbed one.
I think they took the side ones. So you're on the center. And you took the one that was, like, right on top. And just took its body, and then its head started slowly, and then bounced off into space.
You see that face in the Discord in the Discord chat? You see that is a face you do not mess with.
Bard, the Bard.
See that face? That is the face.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure you said this while you were... I'm sure you said what I'm about to have my audience hear right as you were firing.
I like my beats funky. I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy.
And that just took off its head. Anyway. Stock for... What? What are you talking about?
He's talking about John's.
Oh, it's not screaming in the background. That's John's. John's spawns. There we go. That was
spawns.
tight. That is tight. All right. So
That's what he said, I guess.
No.
The most accurate.
So Marco Amazo, aka Grognar.
Yes.
What are you doing with your beardly beard?
Well, me and my beardly beard are going to be aiming at the closest ugliest fuck spider thing and shooting at that.
You can see 4 of them. And you could actually see from your vantage point the one that Bard, I'd say decapitated, but the only part that you could see afterward was the head. Debodied?
The amplified?
It got headshotted pretty much.
Kind of the
body
reverse
died.
of that. The entire
The way
body
it's-
disappeared off into the distance. The head
he
was
got
the only
close.
thing that was still there. And then
So it got
and then it
completely
bounced off.
destroyed in general. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, you, as a fighter, I believe, you get 2 attacks per round at level 7.
Just what I wanted to hear. Let's see. So I'm assuming that there was like another like thing that was next to it.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it didn't remove any of your targets. You couldn't have hit it. You would have had a negative to hit it from your vantage point.
Gotcha. So, in that case, I will shoot at the one that was right next to the now bodiless head.
All right.
Oh.
Roll a d20, add your dex and your proficiency. If you have a bow, just use the bonus for that.
Yeah, now just give me a second here. So, there's 2. Okay, so it's whatever. So it's whatever. I
Probably
get.
plus 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that just as I was saying that. So.
Mm-hmm.
23. So
Yeah?
I have to say I'm probably hitting.
Yeah?
And yeah, I said it was 2d12s for the thing, right?
2d12
Gotcha.
plus 10.
Again, something I very much like to hear. Let's see. 23 total.
Including the plus 10?
Yeah, with the plus 10, everything adds up to 23.
Alright, hold on. I have to do a strength saving throw. So, the strength saving throw for what I was having it roll the strength saving throw for was DC 10. It rolled an 11.
Okay.
Minus 2. So, it tries to hold on as the bolt hits it, but it just flies away with the bolt.
Take that, you ugly fucker.
You're doing good! Keep it up!
Alright, attack number 2.
Alright.
Funny thing is, just as like after I screamed at the non-existent ugly spider thing, that Alexa thingy like had just gone off. So I don't know if you guys
Lol.
heard that or not, but it's just
No, I didn't hear it.
okay. Well,
But
I
you
guess
have
thankfully
a...
there's yeah, it was quiet enough. Like it
Go.
Oh right, sorry. Give me a second. 13.
13.
Oh, right.
That includes everything?
Yeah, it's total.
Alright, you watch as it sails over another one's head. As it's, like, ducking because it realizes, oh shit, we're under fire. Alright, so,
Oh shit.
now I have to roll a few times. Bear with me. Nope. 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 Maybe. Nope. Nope. That was cocked. And... nope. So you see a good chunk of them fire their little crossbows. Most of them don't make it to the hull of the ship. Bard, you see one sticking out right underneath where your perspective is. I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
A wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saves a -1. Oh dear. No, yeah, that was a 1.
You take 4 damage.
I physically take 4 damage. Oh, I am at
4 psychic damage.
4 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I am at 48 hit points.
And as you're hit, this is what his character says, guys who are watching the stream.
I swear I'm not a violent guy. Once upon a time I brought a super soaker to a drive-by.
And alright, so it is now back to the top of the round. Griff.
Alright,
They don't seem to be looking at the direction of the gun that you're currently operating.
So, does that mean advantageousness?
Hold on. Roll stealth even though you're not technically stealthing, please.
12.
You do see one looking at you. Or at least looking at what you think is you. You're not
Okay.
quite sure.
I don't shoot at him.
Okay.
I shoot at one of the other ones.
Alright. You have advantage on either of the other two.
Alright. I pick one at random. Wow. 19 and an 18 on the die.
Alright. So, give me the 2d12 and your sneak attack.
Ho, 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 ho. Oh, you are a wonderful human.
I know that.
Let's see. So that would be 9, 13, 17, 26.
Plus 10.
10. Plus 10, so 36.
So, this one not only goes through this creature, this weird creature, but sticks into the hull with this creature skewered upon it.
Ooh. Ouch.
Aha!
And the one that was looking at you looks at it and then looks back. And is reloading its trying to reload its crossbow. Bard, it is your turn. You have a target-rich environment. In fact, you can see almost every one of these things from your vantage point.
I think that one that's currently reloading has lived quite long enough. So what am I rolling? It's plus 5, d20 plus 5?
Yep, like a longbow.
14. There's a 14 hit.
You watch as it almost hits. And it turns just at the last second and moves its arm out of the way. And is now kind of looking at both places while it's reloading its crossbow. Well, you can't hear it, but... Alright. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Hmm?
Do you want to do anything with your bonus action? Wait, what?
What can I do with my bonus action?
You can do Bardic Inspiration. If you have a spell you can cast that has bonus action as the casting time, you can cast a spell. And I believe that's this character right here, so let me just take a quick look at your character. Oh, wait. You get 2 attacks per round. So make another attack from previous round. And then make another attack on this round. And I'm just going to make it like you took the attacks anyway. Because you have the extra attack feature. I forgot Valor Bards get that shit at 6.
2, so I rolled twice?
Yeah, just do 2 more attacks, because you've attacked twice.
Okay. So
you've had 2 rounds of attacks.
This first one is an 8, so yeah, that doesn't hit anyway.
Alright.
Second one is a 9. That doesn't
Total.
hit either.
Okay, so there we go. But for now on, remember you have 2 attacks every round.
Okay,
and you're good.
Can I use a cantrip as a bonus action?
In my world, yes.
I will cast Vicious Mockery on
the creature has to be able to hear you. And you would know this.
No,
They don't necessarily have to understand your language, or any language. Although, if you've got, like, tongues running and you cast that on something that ordinarily doesn't have a language, it'll understand what you say and still feel bad.
Yeah. Seeing as in space no one can hear you mock someone, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to the guy whose turn it is next.
Ah. Do you want me to throw a funny rap line in?
Sure, why not?
That would be the fleshy one that gets rapped at.
Alright, hold on. Grabbing this. Here we go. And paste.
I've been around. I'm still around. Like them Geico cavemen.
Sorry, I haven't been keeping up with chat, guys. Moose, I didn't really become a furry, so to speak. It was more of a case of just... That's technically my character from HD Cat's story. That's all.
So if you're curious what you just said, you said, I've been around. I'm still around. Like them Geico cavemen.
Oh boy.
And you have a Bardic Inspiration, I believe at your level it is a D8 that you can add to attack rolls, damage rolls, your armor class, or saving throws.
Alrighty,
and that is specifically because it came from a Valor Bard. No, ask HD Cat. Or HD. Because he's the one who wrote the story. Anyway. Marco Amazo. Or Grognar. I want you to do yo shizzle, my nizzle.
Okay, so, I guess as Grognar, I will aim toward the next one or whichever one's still standing, I guess. So, attack number 1 is probably gonna be a miss, because I got a 2, so...
You can use your inspiration on that, or you can save it for damage.
Part of me was kind of thinking of saving it for damage.
Alright.
At least that's what my thought was, so...
It lasts 10 minutes.
Ah, good to know. So attack number 2 is...
Wait, what did you get grand total with that natural 2?
And you said that for the other stuff is the proficiency in the dex.
So plus 5, I think.
Yeah,
unless
so
your
it's
dex
total
is
of
short.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it just sailed over its head.
Yeah, figured.
Alright.
And the second attack was also a nat 1, so I would get the feeling that one was the same thing.
Damn. Alright. We are now on their go. There's I think only 4 of them left. Yeah. Or no, 5. There's 5 of them left.
Yeah, I've got 2.
And the one that was loading its crossbow has fixed its crossbow and is leveling it directly at your gun, Griff.
Aha.
Let me just take another look here. So, it does not hit. Just kind of gets caught up in the phlogiston. And let me just roll a few more times. Grognar. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 16.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, hold on a second.
You can apply your bardic inspiration to that if you want, but...
Actually, you know what? How about I do that just in case? And he said it was plus...
Yeah, roll. You gotta... To use the bardic inspiration, first you roll the d20, and don't tell me how much it is total. Then roll the bardic inspiration, add the two numbers together, then add your bonus to it.
And he said that the bardic inspiration was a +8, right? I mean,
A
A d8.
Yeah, D8. Yeah, that's what I meant. Let's see. Give me a second here. That. Okay. Give me a second here. Let me get D8. Oh, here we go. And D8. Fuck. So you want the total now?
Yes.
Alright. So 16 total.
You don't feel anything.
Yes.
Now I've got to roll twice more. The one underneath the one that took the pot shot at you just a moment ago, that two of you have tried to hit, is shooting at Griff one more time. Griff, make a wisdom saving throw. Because I'm pretty certain your AC is not 19.
It is not, sir.
Yeah, it's lower.
Yes. I fail.
Alright, you take 5 damage. Psychic.
Okay.
Alright, and we are back at the top of the round. Griff, how will you bring joy?
I still have one that's not paying attention to me, correct?
The two that just fired in your direction are still looking at the gun on that side.
Okay.
And
so
you do see one that was on the other side that is moving a little bit to shift, but you can't really make it out super well, but you think you might still be able to hit it if you try hard enough.
I'll just go for
That's my brother.
the first one that shot that was in the process of reloading when Bart the Bard was
Say that one more time.
trying to shoot. I'm going for the one that was reloading when Bart the Bard tried to shoot him.
Okay.
And that would be a 18.
Oh, yeah.
Which means 22 damage.
Plus 10?
Yes. It's with the plus 10.
Okay. It's...
12
Oh, wait a
on the
minute.
dice.
Wait, where? Ian? Ian is here? Oh! Oh, god damn it. It's because of the texting. My reply is not fucking going out to him. Ah, well. Doesn't fucking matter. Alright. He's now kind of stuck. Wait, hold on.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah, he's now kind of stuck. His like noodle-like neck is like curved halfway over his body to look in your the direction.
Ow. It just sounds like it hurts. Even with the thing. Ugh.
And Bard, how will you bring joy?
Well, it would be cruel not to finish that thing off.
I know, right?
So I roll my attack, d20 plus 5. We got a 12.
12 total?
Yes.
You miss. You have 2 attacks, though.
Okay, for my second attack, I will roll the d20 plus 5. 18.
Yay!
All right.
18
Roll your
total.
damage.
Yeah, he got the thing.
That is 2d12. That's
No,
22.
my sister is an asshole.
That is 22.
My sister's not being invited to my wedding. And I know she doesn't watch my stuff, so I don't have to worry about her seeing this on YouTube or on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because you don't go to someone's house while their wife is on their deathbed and say, you know, there's no love lost.
22. That's an 11 plus an 11.
Yeah, it's just...
22.
Yeah, let's just say I remember Brian telling me that story about what the sister said, and all I could say is, and all I could think was just like, what kind of sister fucking says that to their younger brother? 'Cause it's like,
Apparently mine.
yeah, it's just,
But moving on.
yeah, anyways,
Oh,
Table
20.
talk.
yes.
Yeah.
Stuff and things.
22 damage dealt.
32?
22.
22.
Oh, 22?
22. That's an 11 plus an 11.
These glowing, like, ballista shots just kind of crisscross through its body. And it's like...
Ouch.
This blackish ichor just comes right out of its mouth and kind of trickles out almost weightless. It would be nice if this fucking text would send. Ah, well. So, next up we've got Grognar.
Alrighty. I guess this time I'll aim at the next one that's still alive and shoot at that one. So, yeah, as you know,
All right.
shooting shit's fun, especially when it comes to this sort of stuff. So, alright, so attack number 1 is a 20 total.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Roll your
yeah,
damage.
Yes, sir. Alright, and the damage is a total of 14.
Total of 14 between 2 plus 10 and 2 d12s.
Oh, plus, an additional, hold on, give me a second to roll the additional d10, because I didn't realize that was also part of the thing. Let's see, d10.
Oh, it's 2d12 plus 10.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm feeling off today. In that case, it's a total 24, sorry.
Let me just turn this
Yeah,
off.
today's been one of those days for me, and I don't even know why, so.
Why is my phone not sending? Oh well.
Yes, yeah, I meant 24, not 14.
24. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, I need to make another strength saving throw and delete one of these. You watch it go through its body. It just puts down the crossbow for a moment and holds the spot where it busted, or where it busted through its body. And it's just looking at the gun that you fired. You still have one attack, I believe.
Yeah, I assume he can see me? Or see Grognar?
It can see the gun.
Oh. Damn, I was just gonna say, like, if you could also see Grognar, then I'd have Grognar like flip it off. But if not, then no. Let's see. So attack number 2 is a 16.
All right. You're hitting the same guy or a different dude?
Yeah, I'm finishing the guy I was attacking off. Yeah.
All right, roll your damage.
21.
Oh yeah, that guy. That second one takes its body with him, or with it.
All right, good to know.
And it is now their turn. Ding ding. There are one in each Grognar's and Griff's view, and Bard, you can see all 3 of them, and they look like they're getting ready to get back into the back inside, and they are still firing, but as they're firing, even if whether they hit or miss, they're running back inside. And that was one nope. And Grognar, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. This is a good one. 18.
Nothing happens. You see an arrow appear, but you're like, this is the same shit as last time. What the hell? And the one that was firing at Bard, its crossbow actually breaks, and it just throws it out into the phlogiston and is crawling back towards a hatch. And they move out of all 3 of your sights.
I'll just laugh.
Shit, where are they going?
Just laughs at this, more for his own benefit than for anyone else. Ha ha ha.
And the gift says, "We're not out of the woods just yet. I see a planet coming up. We may need to stop in that crystal sphere to stop them from chasing us."
Alright, then let's do it.
We board
And-
their ship.
Huh?
We board their ship.
There are hundreds in there. Why would we do that?
Kill squishy spider.
They stand about your height. I don't think you want to fight multiple. Let's try to escape. Are you seriously trying to convince him to go on the offensive?
I probably could.
If you want to actually try, then you have to roll a persuasion, but at disadvantage.
I stand and I guess not puff because I'm a warforged, but I stand as
It's kind of like this.
broadly as wide as possible, and I roll intimidation.
Ah, so you're trying to intimidate him. Okay, that is not at disadvantage.
Well, good, cause I got a 24. Griff won, fight.
There's no way of talking you out of this, is there?
Griff won, fight.
He kind of pulls the right lever again. His eyes go white. He puts it back. Well, I guess we're doing this then. And he makes a hard turn. I need all of you to roll a dex saving throw one more time.
Dexterity save is a +5. I got a 10.
I got a 13.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, you are the only one that doesn't fall on his ass. Both Bard and Grognar go slamming against the left wall. Bard kind of hitting Grognar. Clang!
That's a damn big metal bucket. Grognar tries to shove him off.
Why fall down?
And... and if you guys are still holding on to the handles, you don't see the ship, but you did watch as it faded out of view to your right, and you kind of feel the ship moving, but you're not quite sure how. I can't believe I'm doing this. He twists the right handle, and you hear what sounds like grinding metal
What?
on the right side of the ship. Or, I believe that's port side.
Something. So...
Well, no, it's not just hitting, like grinding, like... And you see right around where the sound is being made from, you see this kind of, how do I describe it? Sort of like an iris door open up. And on the other side of this iris door looks to be this weird pipe that's made of the same material as your ship. And then on the other side of it, you watch as a piece of that metal that the other ship was made of, that you got a pretty good view of while you were firing the guns, but you watch as this piece of metal just clong, 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 clong on the other side of the door. Inside, it's dark. And what are you guys gonna do?
Well, quickly, Grognar quickly asks, does anyone have magic missile? Anyone? Sorry, bad wolf joke, sorry. And he just goes, and just starts heading toward the pipe tunnel thing.
All right.
Griff follows.
I'm trying to see on Warforged traits. There we go.
We do not have dark vision.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Which I think is kind of dumb that Warforged don't have dark vision, but...
Golems don't have dark vision.
Yeah, I'm double checking.
See that.
Yeah, I'm double checking to just make sure my guy has it or not. Just out of
Yeah,
curiosity.
dwarves definitely have it. In fact, if you're a Duragar,
I
then
believe you have 120.
yeah, you've got
Oh, yeah.
120. You can see like damn good in the dark.
Oh yeah, because what I can see right now is like within 120 feet, dim is bright and darkness is dim. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and let me just take a quick look. I'm looking at the equipment on Bard's sheet.
Okie dokie.
You have a lamp.
Might he have the light spell?
No. He has prestidigitation. Bye, Moose Gal.
That won't...
No, it will not.
That won't cut it.
Yeah, later moves.
Ding, ding.
Okay. Well, I'm going to light up my lamp.
It's like, really, HD Cat, you just put that in there? Really? You just gonna say that? The one that's a few comments up, the one about the argument he and his mother had.
I missed something.
Yeah, me too.
Fantastic. All right.
There's one of the comments further up.
I saw it. All right,
Yeah.
so who is taking the lead?
I guess since Grognar has the ability to actually see in the dark, he'll go first.
All right. And while you are inside of this ship, you actually having to breathe, you actually kind of notice it smells weird in here. Like, almost, it's like you're in a jungle, but you're in a ship. And...
Because it's a jungle out here.
And you, for some reason, are able to see foliage inside here.
Okay. And this is assuming the Warforgers don't have, like, nose-based sensor thingies. But,
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah. Can't figure as much, but... Oh, God, it kind of smells fun in here. Let's just say you guys should be happy you don't have noticed, because, dear God, it smells in here.
Roll a, actually, Grognar, also roll an intelligence check at advantage.
Alright. Bear with me a second here.
Ow, stretching, so give me a moment.
Thank God there's advantage. 14.
Okay, you think it would be a good idea to take some of that foliage and try to wrap it around like a branch and make a makeshift torch.
Ah, gotcha. Alright, so I go to like the nearest tree, take a branch, and take a few of the leaves, and essentially do just that.
And once you've done that, you think it would be a great idea to kind of show Bard where to use his prestidigitation to light the torch.
Alright.
Where's the prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation is
it's
not
a
an attack spell. It is very much not. But you can use it to light small fires.
Alright, yeah, so in
Like
that
a
case,
torch.
In that case, Grognar goes over to said robot and essentially says, "By any chance, could you light this?" And he just holds up the end of the
Well,
stick
it would
that has
be
like
more
the leaves
like-
and stuff on it.
It would be more like you hold it in a way where you take his hand and then you just kind of put it over the top, just like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do that.
God uses prestidigitation.
Which kind of
He does
looks
it.
like, and the way he does it is it kind of looks like his hand's a lighter. It's like,
Oh. Well, I had a different idea.
no, I'm kidding. Go ahead, tell me how you're doing it.
And just
I
pretty
use
much... Sorry.
I use prestidigitation, and the way the bard does this is he ignites it by playing a sick guitar solo, and it is so unbelievably awesome.
It
that
suddenly
lights
gets
the thing.
really loud in here.
Oh, you're the noise. What? How? What?
The torch gets lit, and I need all of you to roll perception.
Alright.
Ship shot. There's a +1. And 4. This is what you get for wearing sunglasses in the dark.
He wears his sunglasses at night. All right, go ahead.
So, natural 20, but a 28 total.
Jesus.
Good
And I'll-
God, man.
I'll-
I got-
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a total of 7, so seems like one of us at least got something.
So, Griff,
Yes.
your hearing picks up a lot of movement headed your way.
Me here. Squishy. Lots.
Oh boy, that ain't good.
Many target.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah.
I find a place to hide.
And also, because you got a natural 20, you know exactly which direction they're coming from, and they're only coming from one direction.
Oh.
Because, you know, Zane left. That was a One Direction band joke.
Yeah, it took me a second to realize that. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But anyway, no, these are not 9 million Scoville chocolates. It's just trail mix. I didn't get to have dinner, so I'm just having snacks until Cassie arrives, just to keep me going. Anyway, Grognar, you are starting to see things come into your dark vision, and they're shaped exactly like the things from outside, but they're in several different. There are a couple different sizes of them. There's a lot of smaller ones than you saw outside.
Okay, not only am I seeing a lot of them, but they seem to be varying in sizes between, you know, what we saw outside and smaller. What do you feel about this?
Bard is going to attempt to win them over with a brilliant performance.
All right, you're going to do that right now?
Yes, I'm going to roll performance, so that would be a d20 plus 9.
Mm-hmm.
27.
I need to know what your reasoning, like your intent for this performance is.
My intent for this performance is that they are going to be too distracted by this performance. They're going to be enthralled, won over by this amazing performance that they're not going to want to fight.
They'll be too distracted.
The music will be so great, so amazing, that, you know, there will be no... everything will be right, and they'll just, like, they'll be all like, we don't want to fight these guys, they're awesome, because they're playing brilliant music.
Funny, I just watched that Rick and Morty episode last night.
Get swifty! Anyway.
Exactly.
Hold on.
So that was a 27. That is 18 plus 9. Huh?
Yeah, hold on. Here we go.
Wubba lubba lub dub.
There we go. That was for those that are actually watching. I had the voice say something again. Alright, so.
Let's see.
Now, I have to adjudicate this.
I didn't hear it.
Hi, PsySpy.
Yeah, you wouldn't. So, you, Grognar, as he's starting to play, you actually notice them starting to slow down. And then, you know, as more come into your view, you see the ones that are in front just kind of holding back while they're listening to this performance.
it would seem that whatever our musicianal robotic friend here is doing, it's working, because they're not really trying to kill us or anything, and to be honest, I'm fine with that. You know, fight, obviously, when I have to, but this is a much better outcome.
And by the way, you see a fucking shit ton of them.
Oh god, this is reminding me of a certain story I remember being told before. It involved the weird creatures and other shit, but...
And one of the larger, you guys can't see, because they are outside of the light of the torch. But Ragnar, you see one of the, you can only presume it's an adult, and the rest are youths, kind of turn its head a little, which is gross because it's got a really long ass neck and it's ugly as fuck. It looks like an eel had sex with a fucking spider. And then it kind of turns its head back in you guys' direction. Crawls on the wall, the ceiling, and around this, like, circular pathway around all the things that had stopped, and is continuing to come up by itself.
Why is it doing that?
I find a hide spot right next to the hallway.
Roll stealth.
That would be, let's see, a 14 plus a 9, so a 23.
All right, thank you. And what languages do you speak, Grognar?
Give me a moment. I'll check this. Right now, it's, or from what I can read here on the thing, it's Common, Dwarvish, and Undercommon.
Okay. So you do understand it when it begins to speak.
Oh, I assume, yeah. So I assume from that I understand what the hell it's saying, if it's saying anything, yeah.
Are you an entertainment barge?
And then kind of just like, you know, it's like,
It's in Undercommon, by the way.
Yeah. And this is, and back to, yeah. And then from Grognar talking to him, it's kind of like, sort of. I mean, he was part of it, and we were just, I guess you could say friends of him, friends of them. We were just kind of helping him get to where he's going. Would I have to do something like?
What is the purpose of you saying what you said? Are you trying to convince it to not attack? Are you trying to... Are you
trying to get to, like, not kill us or anything? Just seeing, like, why they're here. So, I assume this would be, like, a deception throw or something?
Well, you're not necessarily lying.
Oh, yeah.
It's a persuasion, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, persuasion, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Go persuasion.
Alright. Please make a throw. 7.
Is it too late to give him bardic inspiration?
No. But you have to literally sing something while you try to vocalize auto-tune.
Okay.
In real life.
I am not a good singer, and I'm not good at coming up with lyrics on the fly.
Just grab something from any song you want, and you're auto-tuning, so...
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna sing that this guy here is awesome and my friend, and that's gonna be inspirational.
That's the sing it auto-tune style.
This guy is awesome. And he is with me. Not just
That was
jamming.
awful, but you have inspiration. Add it to your roll.
Oh, alright, so...
That is good. Hang on a minute, let me check. So that's a that's
D8.
A D8.
Yeah, I figured as much, so... Let's see,
He's
so...
good.
Yep. So essentially, add this to what I got earlier. And... I got a 3 on the D8, so...
So 10?
Yeah,
Okay.
Not the worst.
yeah. I mean, at least it wasn't like a 1 or a 2.
Tilts its head. Roll insight. Person who is the only one who can see it.
Okay, so insight. Oh, thank God, insight's actually a lot better. Oh my God. I got a 13 total.
What you pick up from its very alien body shapes, body posture. It's a one shot, so I'm not going to make it like ridiculously high DCs, so.
Okay.
It doesn't really seem like it knows what to do with you now.
So from the looks of it, or from the sounds of it, it's more confused than anything.
And it kind of turns back and looks at the rest of them, which, from what you can gather, all of them can see you guys fine, and the one that's in front of you, can see you fine as well. It's as if it has the same kind of dark vision you do.
Okay.
And turns back and just says, "Get off our ship."
And in turn, Ragnar will ask it, well, if we leave, do we have your word that you won't kill us when we're leaving and destroy our ship that we're on? Do we have your word to that?
We follow the laws of the skies. We do not attack entertainers.
In that case, thank you. And and then Ragnar will turn around, like, and in turn, like on the way to the pipe back to the ship, I tell our bard friend and the other guy that we're heading back to the ship, or to where we were.
Do you guys follow?
Bard will bow out, dramatically and gracefully, and,
You hear clapping way off down the pipe. Grognar, you already entered the pipe, so you don't see it, but you kind of hear it.
Griff.
There are those guys clapping.
I
Oh,
droop my
hey!
shoulders.
Kyle from McDonald's. Yes, I remember you. He took my order. Good kid.
Oh, well.
Excellent
hi,
delivery,
Kyle.
I might add, sir.
Well, hi, Kyle from McDonald's, who apparently, from the sounds of it, did a really good job, so yay!
Yeah, I'd offer to use that as, a way to try to get yourself a raise or something, but there's a lot of fucking cursing on my channel, so you might not want to tell your bosses about that unless they like Dungeons & Dragons. Alright, so back to the game.
Griff
So-
sad. And I just slump my shoulders forward.
And in turn, Ragnar will turn to him and say, well, I kinda don't want to face a ship or giant ship that's full of giant weird bug things. I mean, if it was 2 or 3, I would have fought, but I mean, there was a shit ton of them, so I'd rather retreat a coward instead of die. Thank you very much.
And, by the way, Grognar, you hear from what you assume was the creature that you were talking to a moment ago,
Yeah.
in Undercommon, say, "We're the Yogi." And you hear from the GIF that's in your own ship say, "They're the Yogi." At the same time. It's kind of a weird experience.
I momentarily looked like between like the tube that we just came out of and looked toward the GIF in like slight confusion, but then again just play it off.
And
then just, like, yeah,
as you guys are,
like, you know what, screw this.
and as you guys are, coming through the pipe, you see several of the larger ones. Like you can see them in your light from your ship, lifting up that chunk of metal, and you kind of notice as it looks like it's being sealed up with like mending.
That's interesting.
And
Not the weirdest thing I've seen, but different.
the GIF is like, "We fucking survived. Oh my gosh. Ha! Ha! Ha."
Yes,
He-
indeed.
By the way, Grognar, only you can roll this perception check.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Sorry, just 17.
You absolutely can smell that he soiled himself.
Oh. Ew. Is that me or did you just soil yourself? Boob.
I did. If you were looking death in the face, which you were, and not as accomplished a fighter, then you shut up. I need to get us out of here now.
Well, think about it. At least you didn't. Well, think about it this way. At least you didn't see how many of those bosses that were in there. At least you were still here. It was me and these two these two wolf orcs.
All of you roll perception.
God.
All of us roll perception.
Yeah, all 3 of you.
Shit.
17.
Plus 1. Plus 1.
Just tell me if you got over 10.
I
No.
didn't.
9.
I did not at all.
Close to 10, but not quite.
Griff, you're starting to hear dripping underneath the GIF's chair. So, he turns back to the controls, shakily puts his hands back on them, and then you feel as you're pulled away from this other ship, and you begin to fly off. And as you start to fly, he says, "We may need to stop and get more supplies, like clean trousers, at the next crystal sphere. I hope you don't mind."
Griff sad.
Well, as long as you get
I'm sure there will be things to fight there.
Well, as long as you get rid of that foul smell coming emanating from you, I don't care.
Griff less sad.
Try being related to a hippopotamus. My tail was swapping it everywhere.
Again, at least you weren't in there.
The puddle would be larger.
Yeah,
And-
yes, it would. But
or-
at least unlike you, I actually held mine in.
And you see as this, like, it looks like a gigantic thing of crystal approaching, or at least, you're approaching it, or it's approaching you. It's kind of hard to really tell, but it is immense, like fucking enormous. All right, strap in.
Griff
Do all
just
of you
sits
strap
on the
in?
floor.
Okay. Do you other two strap in?
Yeah.
All right.
As do I.
Bard is going to strap in. He's going to
Okay.
do so coolly with his sunglasses.
All right.
You know, who wouldn't do things cool when you got sunglasses like those?
All right. So, Griff, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. And
Okay.
Bard, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw at advantage.
Oh, you said Grognard?
Dexterity
You're
saving.
fine.
Oh, yeah.
Griffin Bard.
Oh, good.
So I
Oh,
roll
okay.
2 and take the highest one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Bard, you take the highest.
Well,
Griff, you
I'll
take
have
the
to
lowest.
I'll definitely take the 16 over the 6.
Hey,
All
that's
right.
funny, because my lowest was a 16, so I've got 22.
All right. So, Jesus.
Well,
If only you fucking rolled that well in fucking Adventurely. Jesus.
I did on the last night.
Yeah. But, you shift around a little, Griff. But you weigh enough that you just kind of skid a little bit towards the back of the ship. Bard, as you guys are passing through this crystalline wall, your sunglasses start to go flying off of your head, and you're just back onto your face. People almost saw you without your sunglasses on. And you're just nope. The only way they could see you was through the sunglasses, so the sunglasses got closer, and you're just back on your face. And as you are flying in, you see what kind of looks like, imagine, if you will, a picture of Earth. Only you don't see the continents on Earth. What it kind of looks like, and I'm going to try to illustrate this with you guys looking at me as if I'm the map. It kind of looks like this weird, misshapen one, the number 1, sort of, but not really. It's just kind of in that relative shape. And then you see what kind of looks like a broken equal symbol next to it. And, the top of it's smaller than the other, and the bottom one's kind of curved a little on one end. And it looks like that's the shape of the continents that you're flying towards. And as you guys are flying towards this, I believe there's this small island off, I believe, to the west of that one, here's the one right here, tiny little set of islands right over in this area. We may want to stop there. And you start to get close, and then all of a sudden, it's as if there's this weird portal that opens up around each of you. Just tears in the fabric of space and time that just kind of pulls you off of this ship.
No.
And we will end there.
Griff no like.
We will
That's
end
awfully
there.
interesting.
And this will continue if you guys want to continue with these characters at a later time when Billy, Cassie, and Flame are not around. But I'm ready to continue it with you guys.
Griff like.
All right.
Alright, I don't see the issue, I guess. Why not?
And for those of you that are going to be in my Sunday game, which is in person and not streamed, that's Marcus and John. And Cassie, who's probably not watching because she's doing a girls' night out. And Lee, who probably doesn't know or care about my channel. You guys have just basically figured out how a certain faction got their hands on a spell jamming ship.
Neat.
And no, it doesn't go up to 300, sorry. But I'm glad you guys had fun.
Yes.
Spell jamming is fucking weird. But I love Dungeons and Dragons because you can fucking do anything you want. As long as you follow the rules. And don't be a dick.
This is the
but-
first game of fun that I've made fan art for.
Nice. The thing is, actually, like after I saw that, all I could see was just like a robot wearing glasses doing like that guitar thing. It was like, oh, yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
So,
Show that if you want. You got my permission.
Oh, yeah.
to do so.
hold on. Let me bring this up. I'm gonna have to show the whole Discord, so... Oh, God. Come on. There we go. And... let me just move that over here. And... ding. That, he just made he made that. That's Bard the Bard.
Bard the Robo Bard.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cassie and I went to what's it called? That's Entertainment in Fitchburg, Massachusetts today, and took a miniature painting class, and we both painted our own miniatures. I'm going to get better lighting in just a second. And where is it? There we go. This is better lighting, hopefully. This is the one I did. It's kind of...
Cool.
That's pretty sweet.
And let me bring up Cassie's and hopefully...
That's pretty cool.
This is Cassie's. We also picked up 2 minis for you guys to use just as placeholders for now. The one Cassie did is supposed to be her Aasimar, thank you, Wild Magic Sorcerer. And we also got 2 kobolds just because we needed something as placeholders for you guys. And I looked all over. There aren't any fucking lizard folk.
Well,
In fact, one company doesn't even make lizard folk that have axes, and they sell them in bulk. You do miniatures too? Sweet. Yeah, you do cars. But, you know, this was like the first miniature I tried to paint in 20 years, over 20 years. Like, I think it was 14 the last time I tried to paint anything. And this was the first time Cassie ever painted anything. I really like this character, and there's no character that I've made corresponding with him, but there will be if given the chance, if someone decides to run a nice 5th edition game. I don't want to try Pathfinder. I really don't. I don't want to try one of the earlier editions either, because 5th edition is not ridiculously complicated. Like, if I feel that this thing works, I just say roll this. Instead of, what is this? How many feats do you have that have to do with your sword attacks? There's like 37 in fucking 3.5, and like at least a couple hundred in fucking 4th edition. Cool. On the 1969 Camaro. 69. But for those of you...
for cars. No, seriously, like 69 Camaro, 69 Corvette Stingray, 69 Mustang GT500.
Hey.
69 Barracuda.
Hey, do you want to know something funny?
You don't know anything about cars?
Well, not only that. Well, I do know this. Any car that was built in 1994 or earlier can have an antique plate.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Good to know, though.
It only needs 25 years of existence.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Marcus, I think you're the youngest one in the verbal chat right now. You're old.
Yeah.
You're over 25, right?
I'm 29, so yeah.
Yeah, you're an antique.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Well,
I'm an ancient artifact.
in music standards, Brian, you are considered oldies.
Oh yeah, I've been oldies for years. Now I'm thinking of the first ever favorite song I ever had, "Invisible Touch" by Genesis.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the first favorite song I ever had. And I've loved Phil Collins ever since.
Yeah.
God,
I haven't heard everything he ever did. Oh yeah. Bloody amazing. But anyway, another thing I wanted to show you guys, for those that are watching, I got a new book today from Dungeons and Dragons. No, they're not a sponsor, but I would fucking love if they were. I got Ghosts of Saltmarsh. So, I was considering having this be another, like, aquatic style adventure, but one of the players from that last game isn't here, so... But, oh my gosh. This is the first module or campaign setting, other than, the SCAG or Sword Coast Adventures Guide, that I've owned. Oh, and Tal'Dorei. God damn it, I have 3 now. Tal'Dorei doesn't really count, but it's still put with the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition shit. Because Matt fucking Mercer is a god.
Yeah, I think at this point, Matt Mercer product can be classified as...
Official.
As official content.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
considering he... go ahead.
Because he...
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like from what I've picked up and everything, if he's essentially been made himself canon in like the books and everything, I think anything that he does is probably gotta be officially canon as well. So I mean.
Yeah, so that's actually what I was about to say. He is canonically in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, specifically Waterdeep, because of the Waterdeep Dragon Heist module, which features Xanathar himself, which features Jarlaxle. It features so many different characters, and I kind of want to get that one, but not as much as I want to get Curse of Strahd, just because fucking darkness, man.
Yeah, I'm really interested in Curse of Strahd.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Actually,
I want that.
I believe I have a PDF of it.
You shouldn't be admitting that on a public video.
Hey. It is sold digitally. I could have purchased it.
Yeah, but you just said I could have, which just tells us you didn't fucking purchase shit.
I have not confirmed nor denied it, so therefore I have done no wrong as of this moment.
Loopholes.
But another reason why I grabbed this is because you guys are going to be approaching water soon, and I was thinking maybe I can use some of the shit that's in here to fuck you guys over.
Oh, god damn it.
Well, you're the one who's not going to be fucked over, lizard folk who can breathe underwater.
Yeah, but
or
I'm just
can
remembering
hold
what
their
you
breath
did
for
to the
15
other-
minutes.
But I'm also just remembering what you did to a certain other character that I did, and I'm just remembering that.
Oh, you mean the tornado? Don't worry, those
Yes.
characters are coming back.
I don't care, you killed the...
No, believe me, they're coming back, and it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh,
they still
that's-
have the potential for being revived.
Uh-huh.
Okay, fair enough.
That is pretty
They were
fucking
laying
dope.
out corpses to be resurrected, and they were given all the materials to cast the spells, or at least
By a rich dwarf.
some material. Yeah. So, the ones that are at least whole will be coming back.
Yeah.
In that
Or
way,
worst
probably.
case, a druid will come along and turn them into something else. Or something else happens entirely.
Divine intervention from a certain rising sun deity.
Or something else entirely that is something that will tie into another campaign. Two other campaigns. Because both take place after this one.
Ah.
Yeah. Both the Birth of the Empire, which is 2 years after the one you guys are doing on Sunday, and the Bad Guy campaign, which I do on Fridays with Cassie and the guys that I usually play on Friday with, that is 30 years after the events of the Larinthian Academy.
Yes.
You guys are sitting at 3 years after.
Oh boy.
Oh, I love this fucking mini. I'm so glad I made it so pretty. I'm just like... But, guys...
So, hey, you mentioned
go ahead.
you mentioned having some kobold minis. Can I see those?
Sure, they're not painted. They're still in the package. But absolutely, I would love to show you. If I can fucking find them.
You know me, I like me some kobolds.
Yeah, you have 2 of them.
Yes.
There we go. I also have some things that are useful for both Cassie and for the Sunday game. This right here, if you guys are watching the stream, is one of those dry erase board maps.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which is why I got the minis, which they're not going to show up very well because of the lighting and because they're not painted, but hopefully... Let me just get close. There we go. I figure the one that's a wizard and the one that's got a weird mace would be... The one with the mace would be the lizard folk placeholder, and the one with the spells and shit would be your placeholder, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is something I'm very happy with.
Joke about mace.
Windu.
Damn it!
Spray their face. Spray your face with some mace. Made of iron. Because it's a fucking mace. I don't know. But anyway. For those of you that are still watching, what the fuck is wrong with you? But for real though, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, however you're going to dry erase mark up your map, remember that I love you all. But I only have a finite amount of time before Cassie gets home, so I need to spank it. So, bye!
Whoa.
Auf Wiedersehen.